How has LeBron James, from what what you can see on the ground, how has he kept his promise of helping the people of Akron?
LeBron is the best role model I've ever seen, and I knew it from the time I met him that he was going to be special, but he has even gone further than I could ever think that somebody could do. But he just lives his life so truly, and not only in basketball, but just what he's given back to the community. And his trust and loyalty to others and commitment to other people that have been good to him has been second to none. So I have so much respect for him, I could talk forever.
Keith, how'd you know that at such a young age?
Andy, when somebody's a star and a genius, it just jumps out at you. And I've been fortunate enough to be around two of them, obviously LeBron and Shaka Smart, the other one. And it just jumps out at you and you just know it. And about halfway through his freshman season, I knew he'd never go to college.
David, what do the Akron schools need the most?
Well, we need 1,000 Lebrons. For everything that he's done, there is just so much more that our kids need. And we're a very diverse district. We have families that are in the upper levels of income with both highly educated parents, a bunch in the middle, and a bunch that are on the other end. And those are the ones that LeBron is really helping us try to tackle, giving them a sense of hope. And the one thing that really impresses me that I'm still in awe is that when you see LeBron interacting with the kids, he's always told the adults in the room, all of us need to be here for these kids. They come first. And every action that he's done has demonstrated that he does have a genuine care for our kids, and he's a great partner in helping us, propel those kids to success. And it's very, very hard work.
David, how consistent was that contribution from LeBron even during that time when he was playing in Miami?
Actually was a chaperone for some of our kids who actually went and attended his MVP ceremony. And for those kids, you could just see it in their eyes. It was a whole new experience for them. And I kept wondering, why are they so nervous as we got closer to the airport? None of them had ever been on a plane before. But after that initial apprehension and they got to Miami and got to see and talk to LeBron, those are the types of things that we just don't see, many famous people actually do. And he's done it repeatedly.
So, Jerry, you've heard from Keith and David what LeBron has meant to Akron and what he's actually been doing for the city. So why is there this love-hate relationship with LeBron?
I think off the court, you have to love what he does, but on the court is where the hate comes from. I think that people told me when I was doing my story that they were upset that he was given the title of the chosen one and the king before he had done anything in the league. And they wanted him to build up that resume. It wasn't bestowed on anybody else, so why LeBron? Well, I think last night in winning the championship and being 3-4 in finals right now, he's justified the title right now. He's done something really amazing. He was the highest, he led averages in scoring, assists, rebounding, steals, and blocks. He's the only player to do that in finals history. It was a complete performance over the last 3 games, and I think even some of the haters will make the shift now and appreciate the greatness of LeBron James.
But Jerry, how much do you think the country is not aware of what he does for those in Akron?
I don't think it's out there, and I think I was really shocked about the game in Boston in December. There was a kid with brain damage on the side, and they told the story on the screen, and LeBron went over to the side and embraced this kid. And you don't see a lot of players doing that, but LeBron James, in his heart, he felt it was the right thing to do. And those are special moments for the people that he touches. And I wish that more athletes would do that, and I wish that we would publicize more of what LeBron does. Maybe it might change the mind of the people out there who really dislike him.
Keith, I'm interested in the loyalty that he has shown toward you and Akron University when he never went there. It's interesting, Dan Gilbert, the owner of the Cavs, when LeBron left in 2010, he had this well-publicized letter, and he said in it, and I'm just paraphrasing here very quickly, or just a little excerpt, he said that LeBron was disloyal and the opposite lesson of what we want our children to learn. That was in 2010. When you read that from Dan Gilbert, what was your reaction based on your knowledge of LeBron?
Well, obviously that was said at an emotional time. Anybody who knows LeBron knows that he's the most trustworthy, loyal, committed guy in the world. He left Cleveland because he wanted to win a championship and build his legacy, and he came back because he knew he could win in Cleveland. So that was purely emotional from Dan, and I understand it. Obviously, everybody does that at some point or another.
David, how would you gauge LeBron's loyalty to the city of Akron?
His loyalty has really never failed to the city of Akron. He has been there, time and time again. And in terms of criticism, a wise man once told me prominent figures draw fire, and that's just part of the game. But he's never veered from that course of making sure that he's remembered his hometown and has always done everything in his power to support the city where he was born and raised.
Jerry, this is a unique situation. A #1 draft pick, drafted by his team, comes back, wins a championship from them, and he's from that area. How much responsibility do you think LeBron did share in doing something for Akron and the city of Cleveland?
I think he shares a big responsibility. I mean, he has a love for home. There are a lot of players who would go down to South Beach and live that beach life and never go home again. And not a lot of players go back to their hometown. I remember speaking to Derrick Rose last year about what's going on in Chicago, and it's hard for him to really have a presence because it's so dangerous down there. So give LeBron a lot of credit for embracing his state, embracing his city, embracing Cleveland, and really coming through and giving them something to really cheer for with the championship last night.
Jerry Bember, you can read his article on the Undefeated. Keith Dambrot, a loyal LeBron former coach, and David joining us, of course, from the city of Akron. David James, the superintendent of the Akron Public Schools. Thanks all of you for joining us here on Outside the Lines.